Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I am your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we are going to take a look right at, well, if you saw the thumbnail, you probably have an idea of what we're talking about today. We're talking about the death of physical media and the all-digital future. Are we? Sort of. Now, I love game cartridges. I love these things. I like the tiny ones we have today. I love everything about game cartridges. And I'll never, ever, ever really give those up. For the most part. I mean, they're cool. They last practically forever, although some do yellow with time. That tends to happen. Poor thing. Still works. Still good. However, I've noticed there's a bit of a weird hypocrisy when it comes to that. I mean, people will be like, "Oh man, I love me the Super Nintendo Classic. I think the PlayStation Classic Mini is okay, or Classic. The NES Classic's good, but you can't add games to them." And then there's the Commodore 64 Mini, which you can add games to, and it's pretty cool. Generally, people aren't really opposed to the idea of solid state or digital only devices, as long as they're able to customize and work with them outside of DRM, which is digital rights management. And that brings me to what we're talking about today. You see, Microsoft is not actually the first people to do this. First people to do this, and first people to face a majority of backlash over it, would be Sony with the PlayStation Portable Go, which we're not going to show here because it's in a box. I'm like, do I want to dig through these boxes? No, I just want to go ahead and unbox this thing for you. So, we're talking a bit about, you know what this is. The Xbox One All Digital Edition, or Xbox One SADI All Digital Edition, or SAD SAD. It's disc-free gaming, and people are like, no! Now, an Xbox One S with a disc drive will set you back about $250 or $300, depending where you get it, and as low as $200 in some areas. The Xbox One S will set you back anywhere from $200 to $250 to, in some places, as low as $170, $160. I'm expecting to see this as low as $150 in some places. Considering that it comes with Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3, which are $30, $60, $50 in retrospective if you're buying them physically and brand new at, say, a Walmart or whatnot. Now, let's see what we got here. Dirt. Things to cover up on this side, because there's all sorts of little things there. Stuff here. Big old white box. Comes with all sorts of things. Whoa. Okay, that was a little scary there for a moment. Anywho, let's move this around a bit. And this is just an Xbox One S that doesn't have a hard drive in it. Sorry, not hard drive. It doesn't have a disk drive in it. See, disc free. It's got 1 terabyte. It outputs in 4K Ultra HD for its pass-through feature, for its for Netflix, for YouTube, and it upscales things to 4K. Which, funny enough, your TV generally does this as well. But mini TV upscalers aren't really that good, and having a hardware upscaler attached to a software upscaler inside your TV actually gets you a better look. Anywho, let's go ahead and open this thing up a bit. Let me get some scissors. Oh yeah, they also recently reduced the price of Xbox Live Gold, which you need to play online, and Xbox Live Game Pass, which gives you all sorts of free things. So you can be like, oh, free Banjo-Kazooie, essentially, because one of the games for the Game Pass, I think, that's recent that came out was Rare Replay. So you get that for free, essentially. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now Game Pass, I think, is like 14 something a month. Yeah, let's go ahead and this is probably going to be very blurry because, you know, we're too close to the camera here. Let's go ahead and let's bring it up a little bit. Whoop! There we go. Okay, so we've cut this. Now, all digital is pretty scary. People are just like, oh, but you don't really own your games if they're all digital. Yeah, you kind of don't. But I look at it this way. How many of you own an original Xbox? How many of you own an original Xbox that you've modded to death because it's incredibly crackable, it's easy to update and fix, and it's kind of amazing? That's where the Xbox One S and the Xbox One S All Digital will be in a few years. People replace that, are already replacing the internal hard drive with a solid state. Yeah. I know it's not like the Xbox One X or whatnot, but if for people starting out who don't have either of these things, this might be a good option and good early option, because it allows you to go ahead and build your own little library for this system before before Scarlet, which will be backwards compatible with this stuff, but only kind of digitally. Anyways, here's what we have here. We have a power cable. We have an HDMI cable. And it just rolled right off, didn't it? There we go. Live. And, oh yeah, one thing I think is funny about these is, for some bizarre reason, they don't include like, they include batteries. Yes! They weren't connected to each other, so they just rolled away. I love that when that happens, don't you? They're trying to escape. They're like, no! Let us die, Philip! Let us die! Not for retail sale batteries. Duracell. OEM. Anyways, here's a white Xbox One controller, which, by the way, you can use this on your PC if you like. Pretty much out of the box, which is kind of cool. No need for a dongle. Anyways, for a dongle, if you have okay, that one's negative, and that's positive. If you have this puppy, you can connect this via Bluetooth to your PC. Weird. Oh yeah, it's right here. Bip bip. What? There. Heh. Oh, it's kind of nice. Really good D-pad. Clicky buttons. Good stuff. Anyways, you can use this on your PC with Steam or many other programs, kind of out of the box, especially if your PC has Bluetooth. So, that's the stuff that came with it. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Oh wait, yeah, there is. There's the system. Let's take a look at the system. Dun 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 dun. Wait, here's one more thing. This is okay, this would be, looks to be Forza, the Sea of Thieves, Minecraft, some type of Xbox Live Gold thing, and a thing for Game Pass where they mentioned it. There's a code in there. Xbox One instruction manual, tiny instruction manual. But yeah, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 3, and Minecraft. Yay! Minecraft is on everything. It's kind of funny because, like, I've been preaching about Minecraft for a while. I even picked it up on the new 3DS because I was like, yeah, this. And then when you're picking that up, you're like, hey, people should try this, and they never try it. They're lost. Anywho, okay, let's go ahead and open this puppy up here. Yes. There's a, yeah, that's where that is. Okay. There's some, I'm just going to rip through this because I'm not the one who has to pack this thing up. Yay! There we go. Let's go ahead and slip that off there, right? Yeah! Whoa. It looks like a speaker, don't it? It looks like this is a Bose speaker, and for some reason this is looking at this, actually, I'm like, look at all this space for artwork. That needs decals. Somebody needs to put decals on that puppy. Here's the front part. This is where, like, the disk drive would be if this was an Xbox One S. There's a little clicky on-off button. This is clicky. This is, all these are USB 3.0, by the way. Fans, one thing about PC gaming, lots of fans. And, okay, I'm covering up that part there. Let's see here, we got AC, HDMI out, HDMI in, and two USB 3.0s, an IR out, PDIF in and out, and then a Ethernet LAN cable. What's interesting about this is you have your HDMI in, and then you have these USB 3.0s, which not only do they charge the controller. Want to know something kind of fun and horribly dirty about them? Do you have a USB, micro USB laying around somewhere? Guess what you can do with that micro USB? With that micro USB, you can actually, using this, and it's 3.0 USB, power on any of these little static state devices. And then you can connect them to this, where this one has a software upscaler that upscales items through to software hardware upscaler that upscales items from lower resolutions like 720p or 1080p to, I think it's like 4K. It was at 32 something by 2160. Yeah. You know, the type of resolution that this unboxing is in. You mean I could take games that are 720 and then horribly upscaled by my 4K TV, hook this up to here, power it generally through this, and play it upscaled with software to a higher resolution, and then the TV will take that just an extra step because this is applying HDR to it. Not saying that's what this is for or what people could use it for. I mean, there's a lot of Xbox games out there like Forza, Sea of Thieves is pretty good, and Minecraft's pretty good, but Minecraft's on everything. Halo, Gears of War, things like that. There's some pretty good Xbox exclusives that ended up being on other platforms as well. I mean, if you have a PC, you pretty much already have an Xbox for the most part. I mean, I'm just saying that maybe this particular system, there's a lot of really negative reviews about it, and they're from people who are like, if you have an Xbox One S with a disk drive, you don't need this. Well, yeah, no one needs an all-digital thing. No one needs a game system. But think about what this is going to be in a couple years. This is going to be a very cheap upscaler, which can work along with your TV to upscale stuff even better. You know, you can apply HDR to things like, I don't know, like these. I mean, it kind of fits right there, doesn't it? Yeah. Kind of weird, like maybe it's intended to be there. I don't know. Maybe people should look at the Xbox One S a little bit differently. Or rather, the Xbox One S All Digital Edition. Is it sad? I don't know. I mean, heck, if you don't own an Xbox One S, is this a good deal for you? It could be, if you can get nice and cheap. I mean, it's got like what, $150 worth of software in it, like 150, 140, and then it comes with like Live for a little bit, and Live is pretty cheap these days. And you can upscale a lot of your older systems that output at 720 and get stretched and mangled horribly by your 4K TV to something with 4K and HDR. I mean, not saying that that's a good idea. It's probably a great idea. I don't know. What do you think in the comments below? Is the Xbox One sad, so terrible, or is it super and delightful? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.